As I was doing research for this video, I started asking around. So, I decided to ask some of the top players on 2B2T, what advice would you have for a starter that is new to the server? Now, one person, I asked this in the YouTube comment section, I forgot towards which player. I think it might have been FitMC. If you don't know what it is, look him up, but yeah, he's been on the server for a while, so I just decided to ask him. Right? Then, I got a comment that said, don't. And then I said, well, why would I not? And then he said right back, well, we don't need a shit ton of 12-year-olds on 2B2T. But, little did he know, I've been playing Minecraft for, I'd say, 6 years now. No, not 6, scratch that. I think 8 to 6 years. And I do have a lot of experience with tons of exploits and a few anarchy servers myself, so yeah, well, kinda took that as a challenge. So, let the video begin. Alright, the first thing you need to do is download the Impact Hack client. And if you have the Impact Hack client, make sure it is fully updated and all that good shit. So anyways, again, if you're against hacking, turn back now, because there are a lot of hackers on 2B2T, and if you cannot keep up with that, then you're surely screwed. Again, if you're against hacking, I understand, but it is really needed. It is really needed that you download a hack client, because if you don't, you're probably getting nowhere. So anyways, if you already have Impact, you are good, but if you don't, download the Impact Hack client. Once it is finished downloading, open it up, extract the package. Then, this is the easiest way to do it. Open your Minecraft launcher, go to, I believe it's the versions, right? Just go to, all of the versions, click that little folder icon, and then you are in the Minecraft app data. You can do it either way. It's just a shorter way. Then, go into the versions folder and put the Impact Hack client in there, and you are basically good. Now, reboot it, and you should see the Impact Hack client in your version. So what you want to do is you want to change the version of your account that you're on, and then basically you're pretty much good. I don't really know how to explain it too well. I just know how to do it. So anyways, after you're done with that, we will go into the world very shortly. Alright, so once you are on a world, go to a world first. I forgot to explain that. Just get your hacks. So what you want to do, right, is first, turn on auto cheat and click, if you're with a friend, turn on middle click friends so you can friend them, so if you do get into a fight with somebody, your kill aura does not hit them. Anyways, next, go to world and turn on X-ray. Keybind X-ray to something, because you are going to need it. Alright. Again, I'm watching this from MP3. X-ray is really, really important for this. Alright, for exploit anti-hunger, you need this. Turn this on, because it really actually does work. It really helps you out. Again, I can't stress that enough. Just turn on anti-hunger. Movement. Turn on inventory, so you can move while you're in your inventory. That's just you. Extra slots, I'm not too sure about extra slots. I'm not really sure if that works. But you are allowed to look around and all that. I'm not going to get into that. Keybind Jesus to something. I keybind it to J. And, yeah, just keybind Jesus to something. No push, turn that on, just in case you run to a player. You can walk right through them. That is good. So, yeah. Riding. If you have a horse, what are you doing? What are you doing if you have a horse? If you already have a horse, you can get out of here lickety-fucking split. So yeah, you're pretty good if you've got a horse. I'm not really sure what these other things mean. I think you can a better jump, better control, and better swim. So yeah, I think is that it for here? I think yeah, you can change the entity speed, which is actually pretty nice, so that'll be useful. So I think that's it for movement, unless I'm missing something. Hold up. Sprint. Improved sprinting, I wouldn't turn that on. Now, combat. Keybind, kill aura to something. Do not have auto weapon on. Anti-bot, I'm not really sure if they use a bot. I'm pretty sure they don't, but I'll just keep that on just in case. Bow aim bot doesn't work. Criticals, I'll just turn that on, because why the hell not? Again, keybind, kill aura to something. That is going to be... I mean, if you run to a player and they've got killer on, and you don't have a keybind, then you're kind of screwed. So, also, I forgot. Switch it to delay. Switch kill aura to delay. You need to do that, or else it'll start spamming, and, again, there's slower attack mode. So. And turn on velocity as well. I forgot about that. Velocity is really good. Make sure everything is set to 0. As you can see, horizontal, vertical, all on 0. Make sure that's set to 0, so you take no knockback from anybody. Alright, again, I'm just showing off a few of these things. Now, oh yeah, minigame, you don't need minigame. Player, liquid interact, I just have that on so I can place blocks on top of water, you don't really need that. No fall, yeah, that prevents some fall damage, but not a lot, so you really don't need that much at all. So yeah, then I think the last one's render. Now this one is important. Storage ESP, not too important. Turn on tracers, right? Oh god, how do I... Yeah, alright, anyways. Turn on tracers. ESP, HUD, and name tags. You're going to need all these. So, for ESP, right, that's so you can see anybody, mobs, items, all of that. You will definitely need that throughout your adventure. As you can see, items, all that, hostile, player, visible. What the fuck? What am I saying? Yeah, that's just fucking... Alright, whatever. Close that shit. Anyways, HUD. This is just basically shows information of all the players. You are definitely going to need that. Or not information on all the players, never mind. Sorry, that shows your X, Y, and Z, which is actually quite useful. As you can see, I have it on here. Now, name tags. This is very, very important. This will tell you who you are running into. You can tell the difference between a veteran player and a player who's just starting by looking at them and seeing what armor they have on. If they've got fully enchanted armor with a totem, they're probably veteran players, and then over here is just tracers. You should just have this on anyways. It traces the player and shows where... Excuse you, bitch! Alright, anyways. Yeah. So you're definitely going to need these things. I think this is just about it. So we will see you when we actually go on the server. Alright, now that we are actually on the server, I think the hardest part about this is just waiting in the queue and finding the time to just, like, get on the queue and just wait, which is just quite dandy, actually. So that's fun. But anyways, as we are waiting in the queue, let's talk about some shit. So, what we are going to be going through is one of the most difficult things, which is escaping spawn. Alright. The veteran players have been quite fucking tricky with this shit. they have depleted any food source around, I think, for 4,000 blocks. Up to 4,000 blocks. They have burned down trees. They have fucking built a giant obsidian wall, which luckily the withers have broken through, and people have griefed it, because, I mean, it's a server of trolls, so what do you expect? What do you expect? So, yeah, I'm just telling you. I'm just warning you right now, this is going to be quite tricky, and depending on where you spawn, I think I hope I spawned in a good place. I don't really remember. But anyways, depending on where you spawn, this could get very, very tricky. So what you want to do is you want to conserve as much food as possible. You probably are going to need to take some damage, but here you go. Do not sprint. Do not sprint as soon as you get in. I will explain the rest when we're actually on the server. Alright, so when you actually get on the server, take a look around and look around carefully. Wait a second, load some chunks. Just take a look around, take your time. Do not sprint, as I've said before. Try not to jump a lot. But as you can see, I've spawned in quite a tricky area, so I have to jump. But that is what the anti-hunger's for. And I will explain another method on how to do this later. So the first thing that you do, right, go to your settings. You will notice a little impact setting. Click on that. So what you want to do is you want to go look for the nearest nether portal. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Very, very tricky. You have to find... Well, if you want to do it this way, you will have to try and trip up a veteran. Which... yeah, you're probably not going to be able to do, so I'll get into that later. Anyways, so, as you can see, first of all, I spawned at bedrock level. So, lucky for me! So, yeah, we're gonna have to go adventuring a bit. So, anyways, what you gotta do is, once you hit Nether Portal, it's probably going to take you a while to hit Nether Portal, as you can see here. I'm kind of struggling with a few blocks, so... yeah, what you want to do is you actually want to get on that pathway and start looking for another portal. Right? Once you have found a nether portal, go inside and take a look. As you can see here, you are inside of a homemade base. You are inside of a homemade base, and that is a trap placed by a veteran player. Now, I think this is... well, yeah, they've got full time. They're probably veteran players. They've been playing on the server for quite a while if they have that much gear. So anyways, what you actually want to do is try and trip them up, or try and find a portal that hasn't been tampered with, because they've got a ton of portals in there, and that's to try and lure players in through the nether highway, because the nether is the fastest way to travel. 1 block in the nether equals 8 blocks in the overworld. Just to let you know if you didn't know that. I think everybody knows that at this point. So, anyways, what I did was actually quite surprising here. I actually tripped him up. I went through a portal. Well, first I kind of hopped off and that guy died. So, what I did was, I went through the portal and dodged his ass. And I basically got away like that and continued on another pathway all the way to positive X. If you get through, and if you escape that little area, which probably is impossible because I've checked it, and I think they're invisible blocks. I'm not exactly sure, so you might get fucked up there unless you turn on you can see void blocks, which probably won't work on impact. I'm not sure how that will work. So anyways, if you're in the nether, and if you do escape that area, you're golden. Nothing will stop you unless you run into another player who does not like you, Or, if you're like me, you just run into another player, or not like... I mean, it's very common now. I didn't think it would be so common. I thought everybody would be out to kill you and avoid at all costs, but apparently not. Everybody in the Nether... Well, most of the people that I've met in the Nether have no gear too. They're just players trying to escape, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. So there'll be a whole bunch of players just like you trying to escape that little area and trying not to get killed. So anyways, if you see another portal, well, just hop right in, because you're probably out past the wall. Now, let's talk a bit. What is the wall? The wall is a giant obsidian wall, as hence the name the wall, built around spawn 1,000 blocks out to keep us in. The veterans built it quite a while back, I think about a month to 2 months back. I'm not sure. I think it's fallen because everybody's griefed it. And yeah, that's basically it. And then some people have dug holes through it because people want to go to spawn. They get pissed off and they're like, know what? I'm gonna put a wither here. I'm gonna just fucking break through with my good old pickaxe. And yeah. So basically, once you get past that wall, it's smooth sailing. You are probably now on the highway. So now what you want to do is, the veterans thought they could be smart. They thought they could burn all the trees, destroy all the crops. But you can't really burn all the trees. I think the trees are now back because players have placed them back trying to be trolls. So yeah, I don't think we got further. Yeah, so if you got as far as me, just get out of the nether portal and look for another nether portal so you don't, just to make sure that you don't run into another one of those players, because we were quite close to them before. So once you hop through that nether portal, I'll just start searching around. I think I remember I did a lot of scavenging, because right now I'm not listing on MP3, or I'm not looking at an MP3, I'm looking at an MP4 of what I did, because I didn't want to, like, start talking over that. I just wanted it to kind of be a silent video. I was expecting it to go a bit differently in editing, but it didn't. So anyways, basically, what I did was I just kind of scavenged through the nether. Looked for the next nether portal after nether portal, and I was good. Because once you go through another nether portal that isn't towards their base, then you're free. They can no longer hunt you down unless they really, really want to kill you. Like any YouTuber at all that joins the server. Even if they aren't recording a fucking video, yeah. If you're YouTube, what are you doing here? Well, don't do it. I would use an alt or something if you're going to record on 2B2T. Never show your name, never show your skin, or change your skin frequently if you have, a full access alt account, because they will hunt you down. They will find you and they will kill you. Unless you start a group of your own, then you are basically screwed. So anyways, I'm probably going to get hunted down after this. I really don't care, as long as I'm teaching you guys how the hell to escape. And yeah. So anyways, I think I did farm at the end for you guys. I'll leave the coordinates there. I think I might base near there until I'm able to kind of build myself up, get some armor, get things going, and maybe create a group of my own. Maybe even if some of my friends get together and we all start hanging out, building, exploiting. I do know a few duplication glitches I may teach you guys in later videos if I do record on 2B2T. But anyways, so yeah, that is basically it there. So then what you actually want to do is, well, you're out in the wild and you're probably like, well, what do I do now? There's no food for miles, all of the farms are gone. No. So I'll tell you what I did. I searched around, and first, I found some trees. Only not even, yeah, like, only 2,000 blocks off, too, which is actually a pretty good deal. I believe, I'm not too sure, but I believe that is where, I think that is where, the veterans started burning down all the trees and preventing people from going by. So now, you're probably like, why are they doing this? Why do this? Because recently, a YouTuber called Ant Venom, you may know him, he joined in on the server. He said he was going to be playing on the server. Then that caused a whole bunch of his fans to come on the server, and now they're basically trying to kill them all. I think that's long story short of it. Probably why? I'm not sure. Probably to protect their monuments, to clear up queue. There are many different reasons why you'd want to kill all these new players. Because some people don't really have respect for their builds. And to be honest, I've seen some of their builds. I have seen some of the builds here, and they're amazing. They are breathtaking. In fact, I'll leave the IP for the museum server so you guys can go check out the builds for yourself. So if you do use this video for bad and you want to go and just fucking break all the monuments, fuck you, man. Because these monuments are actually really fucking sick. So, yeah, anyways, what I did for food. You're probably starving now, and you're like, hey, can I have some food now? Can you teach me how to get food? So, go underground. Or if you found trees like I did, break the trees, get some apples. Apples are your absolute friend. They will keep you alive, and they will keep you from being dead. And I mean, the veterans, they can't destroy all these because everybody comes, they bring back the trees, and then you get apples from them. And yeah, I even have some saplings for myself. A whole bunch of trolls come in, plant trees around spawn for the ants, and then they kind of just walk around. But I'm not really too much of an Ant Venom fan. I really haven't seen much of his content. I've seen him before, but I really don't watch him. So yeah, if you're worried about that, no, I'm not fucking Ant. I don't. Why they call him Ant instead of just Ant Venom fans, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of them don't really know how anarchy works, and they build like fucking 2,000 blocks away from spawn, and they get their villages fucking destroyed with withers, blown up, fucking griefed, all that shit. So yeah. Yeah, if you found trees, what are you doing? What are you doing? You've already got food. You've already got a good food source. So then, what you actually want to do? What you actually want to do is go dig down. Start digging down until you see caves. Now, unless the veterans feel like they can block up every single cave or every single dark place near 0, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're not going to be able to do that. And unless they think they're going to block up all the grass near 0, they're not going to do that either. So this plan requires a skeleton and grass, and some of you guys who are already connecting in their heads know what I'm about to do. Break down. Go to a dark spot wait until a skeleton spawns. Once that skeleton spawns, go down there, kill him, be sure to take not a lot of damage. Try not to take too much damage. Use your kill aura to your advantage, hit them through blocks, because skeletons have crazy aim for some fucking reason, because they can't decide to program them with proper bow skills, so yeah. That's annoying. So once you've done that, basically kill the skeleton, take his bones. Now, here's the smart thing. I used my head for this. I didn't even think of this. I just thought maybe trees will be your saviors, but there aren't too many trees that are burning them down. They can burn down all the trees. It's not that hard. So once you do, I mean, unless people start planting them back, which if for some reason they don't start planting them back, then you're going to need this method. Place the seeds on a fresh piece of grass. Now you will notice that there's a whole bunch of natural grass around you, and roses and flowers. Break those until you get some seeds. Now you know where we're going for this. Craft a hoe from those trees, or craft a hoe from any of the items you already have. I already got some items because I tripped up a veteran somehow and got a stone starter kit for some reason, so that's fun. Once you do that, basically get a hoe, and you've got crops. Now, I'll leave the coordinates to the crops. I will leave the coordinates to the crops because I'm not a mean guy. I'm not a mean guy like that, so you guys can take those crops. I mean, it's only like a few thousand blocks away from spawn, so yeah. If you're getting hungry, just take those crops, go to the coordinates that I give you, and then I'll leave them there. I'm not basing there anyways. So, yeah. There you go. And they thought, unless they're deciding to block up all the grass and try and get only dirt, which is physically fucking impossible unless you really, really try hard, because if you leave one piece of grass left, then you could still do this method. So yeah, they're basically screwed. We have found a way to bypass it. So anyways, that anti-hunger, that is the reason I'm alive right now. That is the reason why my character is still alive and still up and running. So you'll be glad that you turned that on. Also, I forgot to mention, if you didn't turn that on, why the fuck didn't you turn it on? I told you to do that anyways, but yeah, that's basically it. That is how you get food, and that is how you survive. And unless the veterans think they're gonna block up every single dark spot, every single piece of grass, then hell, they must be really, really, really wanting to stop us here. Cause that's not gonna fucking happen, I can tell you that. And if they do figure out a way to do that, I'll just figure out another way. In fact, I already did. So what you want to do is maybe go in the nether. I actually did this before. This isn't on video. Go in the nether. Basically, turn on the anti-hunger. Kill some zombie pigmen. And there you go. And you can't get rid of zombie pigmen. They infinitely spawn. So, alright, well, there we go. Again, you guys think you can be real tricky with this shit. You guys think, I don't know why trying to do this. Well, I did go over why you're trying to do this, but hey, whatever. If your monuments are really fucking cool, but preventing any players from leaving spawn is just fucking ass. So, yeah. Also, if you're not really into the nether thing, then just turn on anti-hunger, find the main pathway, and just walk. That's all you have to do. You're not going to get hungry for miles unless you start sprinting. Don't sprint. I feel like I've already said that, and I haven't emphasized it. Do not sprint. Do not sprint. Try not to jump or swim. So, yeah. And then if you can do those things, you can basically walk for miles. That's why I did. That's why I did, I think, on my alt account. And then I got my alt out of there, so... Anyways, if you're watching, I guess, be free. And be glad that wall still isn't up. Because if it is, then, you'd probably get screwed over here, because... Yeah, it gets... When there's constant people patrolling walls, and they're blocking you in, kind of gets tricky. So anyways, you can do... Honestly, I would teach you guys how to survive even more, but... There you go. There you go. I think that's all you need. That's all you really need. And if you're looking for items, turn on X-ray. You're free now. There are plenty of diamonds around. I'll tell you that. Plenty. Mine around. Around. I don't think the diamonds respawn, so but yeah, you're not getting rid of all the world's source of diamonds, so... Yeah, just walk around, maybe, and if you get rid of diamonds, get some iron. Doesn't fucking matter. But you definitely will need hacks, unless you feel like you're not getting anywhere out of there, so yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This was Ninjas, and, well, oh yeah, here's, the farm coordinates. As you can see, we're right by the farm. But anyways, see you guys later, and bye-bye. Also, yeah, you download the hacks, because you're not getting anywhere without them.